Hey folks, welcome back to Ralston's Rockets. You ever want to know how to clean a motor case after you launch a rocket? This video will show you how. So I just launched this rocket the other day. This is the Vanderburn Cherokee H, and I've got an Aerotech reload case here. In this case, it's the 29240 case, and I'll show you how I clean it. So just get in here, pull out your case, and then take off your aft closure, take off your forward closure, and if you follow the instructions and you grease the threads before you fly the motor, then it's extremely easy to do that. And then you'll just push out the case. In this case, this one's a little stubborn. So I'll just stick the big screwdriver on the end of and push it out. There you go. And it just slides right out. And then this is all trash. In this particular motor, this was an H180. It did not call for a forward seal disc. If you end up using a forward seal disc in your reload, please be sure don't throw that away. I'm sure there's numerous forward seal discs in trash cans throughout the world right now because people consistently forget to throw them away. The gaskets, even though they look like they're good to be reused, are typically one-time use. So don't try and reuse one. You'll regret it later on. And then in this case, my nozzle, just pop out my nozzle. Again, in this case, they're one-time use. If you're flying something like a Loki or something, those are typically more than one-time use. So then you'll have your case, and you can see the soot in the end of the case. What I'll do is I've just got some appliance brushes. I picked these up from a big box store, I think Home Depot or something. They're different diameters. You can see a thinner one, a thicker one. This thicker one's good for like 75, 54 milliliter cases. This one's good for 29 and 38. So slide it down there and just run it through a few times. Oop. They've got a pretty sturdy metal tip on them. And that does pretty good. Got out almost everything. There's a little bit of soot still left in there. What you can do, I keep a mixture of Simple Green and water in a spray bottle. I'll spray it down sometimes and then rerun the brush through there. And that is almost completely clean. Let's see here. That is just about clean. So typically want to do this as soon as you can when you get home from a launch day. I'm usually exhausted the day that I get back from launches. So especially if I have to walk a distance to recover a rocket or something. So that looks pretty darn clean. What you can also do though, so I'll typically clean them like a day later. In this case, I flew the rocket yesterday. I'm cleaning it today. What you can also do is take your Simple Green or other cleaner that you choose to use, and I'll pour a bucket and do like 20% Simple Green or 30% Simple Green and 70 or 80% water, and just leave it to soak overnight in the bucket, and then come out and clean it the next morning. But in this case, it pretty much got all clean. So that's how I clean them. And then I'll just go through with a rag and clean the closures, in this case the forward and aft closure, and usually just take it and then I re-grease the threads, and that's all you got to do.